everyone, and welcome back to episode 19 of Behind Track Limits. Today we're going to be talking about the Brazilian Grand Prix.
So I feel like with the Brazilian one, we need to start from the Thursday.
We need to start from the Thursday.
Yeah.
It was even
When,
before the Thursday, wasn't it?
Yeah, when Mazepin wasn't being allowed to let the country, engines were missing,
went
cars
missing.
were missing. It was
Latifi's race suit was missing.
Yeah, it was just like everything had got lost. But I think that's the problem. You know, when you do back-to-back weekends, stuff like this is going to happen, in it, because it's like,
yeah, the stuff is already in Qatar now.
Can you imagine if we get to Qatar and we're like, oh yeah, more cars are missing, and we're like, oh god, right, well,
yeah, the way from Brazil to Qatar is a lot longer than from Mexico to Brazil.
Literally.
Bye.
Practice. Lando's already in Qatar, and it's Monday, so
yeah, so he's there. He's getting prepared.
Just saw on his Instagram story he got a cake to himself.
I saw that. It looked really good.
Yeah,
and he's an uncle.
Oh, I see.
So cute.
That is so cute.
He has his birthday the day after Lando's.
I don't know what she's called.
No.
Just imagine they share their birthday. Maybe he just posted it later.
No, they don't, because I checked.
It was the 14th of November. 19 minutes past 9.
How do you know that?
How do you know that?
It was on Sav's story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
Big fan. So yeah.
Right, I need to remember what happened in practice. I forgot.
So in practice, we saw quite a lot of pairs from Mercedes, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
They've been El Rapido.
I know. In Brazil, they were just on it all weekend.
I was quite surprised, actually.
I don't know if I was.
And stuff, so
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Lewis had a new engine.
Yeah.
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 But even Bottas, without like the new engine, Bottas was like on it as well this weekend. So
Yeah, but think how many new engines he's had. He's not particularly like trying to savour his engine, is he?
No, he'll probably have a new one for the last Grand Prix.
literally.
And I don't want to throw in any controversy in like the first 2 minutes of the podcast, but do we remember any Bottas engine having that much more pace? I don't.
No.
I wonder what they could have possibly done to that engine, that it's now 30 kilometers an hour faster than the rest of the
We've had Red Bull has been quicker, like near enough all season, really. But
Did you see Max was the slowest in the speed traps as well in the race? He was the slowest out of everybody. I'm like, what is this?
And one of the Ferraris, was it Sainz?
Yeah, and I was like, oh, okay. I'm pretty sure, for God's sake, the Hasses were apparently faster in the speed traps than Max was. And I was like,
Because Mazepin was really upset, wasn't he? Because he messed
I
up.
felt so bad for him.
I felt really sorry for him.
But maybe he was really sad. He was like, I tried.
Sometimes you actually forget, like, they're actually human. Like, you forget these people that we just watch for entertainment are actual real people and have feelings. And then when you see them cry, you're like, oh, okay. Maybe we can stop standing you a little bit.
Yeah.
Quality. We're not fully expecting you to, you know what, like go into Q2. You're in a Haas, for Christ's sake.
No, I think he was so annoyed because he was like, he could have got with the Williams, and I think he messed it up. Like, he was blaming himself. He was like, yeah, it was my fault. But I think he'd finally found some decent pace. And I think he was just so annoyed that he did it. I think it was more of an anger cry than a sad cry. You know, when you get like really pent up, you just like, you got to let it out. I think that was a bit of a Mazepin moment.
Well,
like
considering, considering that
He was also sad about some people leaving his team. I read that in an article that some people were changing teams from Haas to other teams, and he was quite sad because he was feeling comfortable in his team finally, and now they're moving on.
You must do. You must get so used to the people being around you and like you working together so often. Like it's literally like full days. So it must be weird when people leave and stuff for them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But to be fair, like we know like how bad the Haas is. I'm expecting a lot next year, considering they're trying to say that they haven't put much money into this one. So
yeah, I'm expecting them to be there next year.
Yeah.
I want them to be competitive. I hope Williams are competitive next year.
I just want to see
What's happened to them this weekend though? Like their quality
what I thought.
like disappeared.
That's what I thought. I was like, even like the alphas were like so far forward, and like, obviously George like normally does like really really well, and they just weren't anywhere. And I was just a bit like,
even he's surprised at where the pace has gone.
Yeah. Even Latifi out-qualified George, which is like, isn't that like the first time?
Yeah, it's the first time.
It was a Friday. We can come a bit of a break. It was a Friday.
No excuse.
But then Saturday, to be fair, he didn't really perform that well either. So
yeah.
But
then we had the Friday qualifying. Friday qualifying happened. Then
the drama started.
Alonso,
then it started. And then what?
Alonso top FP2.
Yeah, I know. I seen that one, and I was like, can we just like say how good Fernando is doing against Ocon though? I'm like here for it. I'm like Fernando.
I'm here for it too.
Everyone, you came back in, everyone was like, oh, he's too old, and he's like out qualifying and beating him in races and everything. I'm like, oh, okay, Fernando, maybe you're not too done yet.
Yeah. He's been really good this year, though. I didn't really expect that, but
I don't think he lost it though, did he?
No.
I think he was just really at McLaren.
Yeah.
And to be fair, I think I was.
But I think when you look at the free practice 2 laps, like the laps weren't anywhere near as quick as when Hamilton and Verstappen and them in like free practice 1 and that.
Yeah.
They were like 113-ish.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's because Red Bull and Mercedes had other stuff
going on.
But
let's just mention it, okay? So qualifying happened. Okay, then we've got Lewis up there, Max, then obviously everybody else. And then Max decided to take a role of Seb. He was like, oh,
just not very well.
Embrace my inner Seb and touch up his wing. And then that...
The most expensive touch he's ever had.
Literally. Can you imagine just touching something and then it's like that much to pay? Yeah. So then obviously Max got done for that. And then obviously I just can't believe it was like, disqualification, back of the grid for the sprint qualifying. And I was like, what?
It was like 0.2 millimeters.
And it was
like nothing.
The real wheel was broken.
Yeah, that's what they kept saying. But the only thing is, unfortunately, in racing, even if it's broken, if it's not in the like actual
legal
requirements, then they literally just get you done. And I was like, 0.2 is literally nothing.
I was actually looking at this last night right there. I have my ruler. He was that much illegal.
It's so
less than that, about that much illegal.
Oh my god!
I mean, it's not a bad thing because then it came to sprint qualifying. He made his way through. Where did he get up to? Was it fifth?
Fifth.
And now everyone's starting to talk about reverse grids.
I think it was so good, But
the thing is with Lewis, he can sort of just go through the field, can't he? He can just pick them off.
Not at Abu Dhabi, you couldn't.
That is true.
You couldn't at Abu Dhabi.
No one could pick through that at Abu Dhabi.
He'd be weaving his way through, and then he'd end up getting black or white flag like Verstappen did.
Yeah, well, yeah, because obviously sprint qualifying, obviously Lewis made his way through. Bloody Sainz
Rather
came
quickly.
through to third.
Sainz
I was
just let him
like,
pass.
"Holla."
I was like,
where did you come from?
um,
I'm trying to think who else did good in sprint qualifying.
Not Perez.
the gas man.
Gasman, yes, he
Gasman.
did quite well in the sprint qualifying. I actually really like the sprint qualifying. I think it just adds a bit more spice.
I don't think Gasly did that great in sprint qualifying, did he? He lost
Qualifying.
position.
No, that was in the
He
race.
was great in qualifying. He was up to 4th in qualifying, and first lap sprint quali, he was down to 7th, wasn't he?
I
I
thought that was the race.
Maybe it was because I remember. Yeah,
I'll get the F1 up. But
Not up to P5 in the
yeah.
sprint because he started P5 in the race and then disaster.
Let me just racing.
Yeah, actually, because I'm pretty sure the Ferrari made it in front of him.
Yeah, Gasly came 8th in the sprint.
Yeah.
Yeah, 8th in the sprint and then 8th in there. Wait, no, not 8th. I'm on results.
And then we got to the big boy race. Everyone's on the grid. Lewis took his 5 grid penalty. We're all sat there.
Things were kicking off.
And then we thought everything was going fine. And then Lando comes around the outside of Carlos on the grass. And I'm like, what are you doing?
What are you doing?
It
wasn't Carlos's fault.
No, it wasn't.
The video of where Lando's smiling
Yeah,
at Carlos,
what
and
the
Carlos
hell
says something,
was
Lando's
that?
face drops. I saw something, and I don't know if everyone's like, yeah, maybe Carlos said something, but someone said that Carlos was just warning Lando about the questions that the interviewer was saying, because before that, Carlos said that it wasn't Lando's fault.
Oh,
I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
But
Well,
wasn't he going to that Dutch reporter?
Ziggo Spark.
Yeah, the
It
best
was-
one.
It was they had a black microphone.
But I think Lando sort of just seen a gap, went for it, didn't sort of plan it out too far ahead, and it just sort of
Likes to
They're going
race
round the
things.
first
Sometimes they go well, sometimes they just don't.
I think he thought he cleared signs. And
I think he didn't realise, did he,
Just
sort of,
missing
and he
out
just
the
sort of
things,
turned in, and it was like the wrong timing.
I feel like if we've had like a decent start, I don't think that would have happened.
Yeah. And then he went around the corner, and then all I remember is seeing so many people come out wide, because I think there was like Bottas, Charles, Carlos, everyone just went round out wide, and I was like, what is going on? Why is no one staying on the track?
Yuki Tsunoda made himself a victim again.
Yes, poor Yuki.
Today the tsunami.
And then Mick had a DNF as well, didn't he? Because he got like...
Yeah.
He got hit by Kimi.
Did you hear what Lance Stroll said about Tsunoda?
What?
It was brutal.
No, what did you say?
It was brutal.
So he's on the move. So he said, this is Lance about Yuki. So he said, I think he's off the pace and super desperate to make a move. Just too far back. I don't know what he was doing. Guess he was just being desperate and too optimistic. I was like, Lance, I didn't think you had that in you.
Brutal.
I was like,
Really?
Bit rude.
Yeah.
I know.
Oh, with the whole like Mick and like Kimmy thing, weren't they like talking in like an interview? And then Kimmy was like, "I'll go a bit slower so we can race together."
In the press
and Mick ends up
conference.
Yeah.
what?
They were racing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Didn't turn
then,
out very well, but they were racing together.
and
Yeah,
then Mick
didn't
ends
end
up
up
not
well for
finishing.
him.
Never wants to
You
race to
see
it.
the man like in the pit stops, they were just like throwing his front wing away.
It was like, yeah, get rid of that.
Yeah.
But I feel like the first corner was like somewhat entertaining. And then after a while, it got a bit boring. And then the pit stops came. I think it came down to the pit stops where like, didn't Mercedes pit first?
Yeah.
And then Max was like, I don't want this to happen again. Max was like adamant. He was like, I do not want him to get the undercut on me again. Which I was like, Max is like,
Really
He's
demanding the
turned
team this weekend.
He's a
Yeah,
driver and a strategist now.
yeah, and then
And an inspector.
yeah,
A very bad one.
all sorts of roles.
Hello? My God, he's creating a list longer than Seb's at this rate.
Literally. What else happened? After like the first lot of pit stops happened,
Ricardo didn't finish.
Yeah.
power unit absolutely heartbreaking. Arabella, I'm blaming you on that. I'm sorry, but that is your fault. You did that.
Yeah, as if Arabella, if you vote anything against Max in your predictions, I tell you now.
You think
Please do. Arabella, do it.
Yeah.
Just like,
Go on,
go.
Arabella. You know you want to.
it was a power unit issue? What sort of power unit is it?
A Mercedes power unit.
Let's hope that comes into play. Obviously,
Mercedes reliability.
obviously, I don't want that to happen because I don't want Gracie and Alan to be upset.
Well,
she
we
does.
just have to live with the fact that some of us will be upset and some of
Yeah.
us will be very happy.
I will
Yes.
be crying either way in Abu
Same.
Yeah.
Right, we're gonna all have to send like tissues to Gracie's house because like either way she's gonna be teared.
Yeah.
I want
Thank you.
Lewis to
Send
win.
them my way.
That's all I want.
Yeah. And then the biggest controversy of the week, like of the whole weekend, was the Max and Lewis incident of Max running Lewis out of track, them both going wide, and it all sort of
Oh, I saw this thing. It was like the FIA are just giving Red Bull a championship, and I was like, oops.
But then the thing, I don't know, because the thing is, how many times have you seen, like, the other week, Kimmy did, who was it? Kimmy and, I think it was Fernando. I don't know why, but I think it was Fernando. It was the exact same incident, and neither of them got a penalty. So at the same time, I don't think it's the FIA giving them, because it's already happened, no one got penalised, and if it happened again, because I think because they didn't touch, he went wide or he did run him out, whatever. It's just a bit of racing at the end of the
It's
day.
weird.
Wow.
It's just weird.
A bit of
that there
tough
wasn't
love
even, like-
between the two of them.
Max
It was with
on the apex as well. That was a big dictating
Mm.
part of
But
it.
why aren't we allowed to see the onboard of Max? Where is the
And there wasn't
video
even an
of the
investigation,
onboard?
which is weird because they usually at least investigate it, but they didn't even bother.
Yeah.
It was no.
It was the stewards, wasn't it? It was the stewards that decided not to investigate.
Yeah.
I think it didn't even go to the stewards. Like Michael
I'm
Massey
pretty sure
didn't even.
It said that on the little banner, turn something incident involving cars 33 and 44. No investigation necessary by the stewards.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
I think they were just like sort of seeing like there was no crash from it. There was like no defining moment in that race that it like changed both of their races. I think they were just like let them race then at the end of the day, which I don't blame them.
Yeah.
Max didn't really have advantage from it either, to be fair.
No. I do think Max was a bit naughty weaving on the straight. Number one rule of when you're on the straight, don't weave. So
His
I mean,
reaction to that
bit
was
naughty on
so
that one.
funny.
I know.
Radio.
Getting that
What
flag.
was it? Was I think I've got like quite, you know how they do them like black and white quote things, and then they have like the picture of the guy and then like the quote. This was my Monday motivation. Oh no, you can't see it.
It was just the pure sass
Yeah,
of it.
perfect.
I was like, oh.
I think he shouldn't have done that.
There was quite a lot of sarcastic radios this weekend.
Yeah.
There was
Yeah,
Lewis
everyone
on
was
the side
fair.
of like
Yeah.
Max isn't getting a penalty, and he's like, of course.
Yeah, it was just, I think tensions getting a little bit high, aren't they?
Yeah. In the
It's
interview
still-
afterwards, Lewis, when obviously because Lewis was like, of course, about the investigation. Apparently, he only said that because he already knew there wouldn't be one.
Mm.
That's what he said in an interview. So I was kind of just like, oh, right, okay.
The new meme of Toto Wolff is the best thing that I have ever fucking seen.
Love that.
Oh, so funny.
All the
Fucking
things,
hell.
and it's like, what's he saying? Wrong answers only. It's just, that's so funny.
Oh, it was amazing. I think that's how it gets though, ain't it? It must be like so much pent up like energy. Like you must just do like sort of rash things in the moment. I think Toto was just like, yes, Lewis passed him, get in there.
Yeah, he said he was very diplomatic in the season, but gloves come off now. So right now he's doing everything to protect his drivers.
Yeah.
And he's ready to step in the ring as well. So
Yeah.
we can expect some fighting and some like at least verbal fighting between our lovely Karen Horner and
oh my god, no! This one that I sent
Toto
in the
Wolff.
group chat the other night. Oh, it's so funny. It's the one where he has
Just
like
the memes
the
come
headband.
from
The hair and the headband.
Yeah. The memes to
Oh,
come from this weekend are just
Also,
immaculate.
do you know what I did love? I just loved all the fans. Like, they were so good.
Yeah,
this
they were
season.
so like on it,
You
weren't
know,
they?
get some weekends and it's just dead, but they were sick.
Yeah.
They were great. And then there was
I
obviously
can
the whole.
understand the booing for Max though.
Oh,
Yeah, I hate when they boo like Max and Lewis. That's amazing.
there was obviously the thing with Lewis taking his belt off, and everyone was like, "What's going to happen?" But
rules
he
are
only
rules.
To be honest,
he
from
only got
that,
fined, didn't he?
yeah,
5,000.
from that, as soon as people are like, oh my god, he took his belt off, it's after the race and everything, so it's obviously going to be a fine. So when it happened, I weren't too like thinking. I was like, oh, he's not going to lose any places. Like it was after the race, it didn't affect the race or anything. So I was like, oh, okay,
Yeah.
that's not going to be too bad. But like,
Like,
I think
take
it-
the belt off, kid.
And they might as well just have given him a reprimand. How do you say it?
Reprimand.
yeah,
What's $5,000 gonna do? What's $5,000?
literally.
It's $5,000, but then then I think the thing is he has to pay 20 grand next year,
If he does it again.
Yeah, he does
saw
it.
If he
Yeah.
does it again, yeah.
Yeah.
which
He's
is
done it so many times in the past, and
I know.
it's even come up in the drivers' briefings with Grosjean saying,
Grosjean.
"Lewis
Yeah.
took his belt
But
off."
He's
Lewis
like,
does
he
it.
did it.
He's
He's like,
Yeah.
is taking your belt off
allowed, and
Yeah.
Magmas is like,
Yeah,
no.
but
and then it's like, well, Lewis does it.
yeah, remember Ellie's going to know this. Charles, didn't he drive like 2 laps around Barcelona without his seatbelt on? I read something about him doing it.
Pretty sure at one point, yeah, because there was a massive thingy with that, weren't there?
Yeah.
Was it broken or something? It wasn't.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure his seatbelt broke, so he had to come back in, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure he had to pit for it or something like that.
But then they
What
don't want
would
to
you
say it
say?
over the team radar, over the team
Radio.
radios, because then the FIA are like, you need to come in now.
Boring if his
Safety and
seatbelt
stuff.
broke.
So a lot of the time they just live with the.
Yeah.
I mean, once he was driving around just holding his wing mirror anyway. So like
Yeah.
driving so
Coming
fast
through.
with his mirror.
I think Ferrari's
mean,
had some
Charles-
reliability problems.
Yeah, 5th. I'll take that. Just like sit there, get some decent points, because it was like sort of Charles, Carlos, weren't they? Like up there this weekend above like the McLarens, say.
The videos of the onboards for when Charles and Carlos got out there.
Yeah,
the
they're
car.
actually really, really cute together, aren't they?
I haven't seen it. What's it on?
I haven't
If-
seen it as well.
Because I still want it to be Carlando, but you know what? I'm loving this Charles and Carlos.
Yeah, they
content.
do get along quite well.
Carl's.
Charles.
Charles.
Yeah.
Carlos.
Charles. Can we talk about
on.
Michael Massey's voice for a second? Just
Honestly, it's the most calmest thing
Yeah.
I've ever had.
He's
He's
like-
like, yes, we can do that for you. Thank you.
And then
yeah,
to
he's
Toto,
like whispering.
and then to Toto, he's
That's
like,
alright.
no investigation necessary. Why?
It's got
Because
no,
there
it's
is not
just-
one necessary.
it's like a computer. It's flat.
Yeah.
Did you get my email?
Yeah, he's like silly a little bit.
I don't
emails
check my
during the race.
emails during the race.
So good.
Oh my god,
I
it's
love
so
it.
funny. Oh, I love Michael
And
Massey.
then-
I think he's a legend.
Yeah, we had Ocon up there in 8th. Ocon, then there was a good weekend for Ocon. Very quiet because obviously all the stuff with Max and Lewis cracking off. I think he did quite well.
Everything was either at the front or the back.
Yeah, pretty much.
But did you
In
see the
between-
battle? The battle between, was it Alonso and Gasly?
Yes, that was
Yeah,
good. That was
That was
good.
quite good.
Yeah.
Oh, wasn't there when there wasn't like Fernando, Gasly, and then Ocon in front, and then
Yeah.
Gasly nearly went
Yeah,
straight.
and they were all like, yeah, they were all going at
And
it.
now they're on equal
Oh,
points.
like-
Alpine and AlphaTauri.
Mm.
AlphaTauri for the win! Come on, you can do it.
Trying to think, where did Haas get up to? On the first lap, they got like the first bit of the race, they were up to like 14th.
Nick
and
was
15th.
like
Yeah,
15.
Mazepin was up to 14th.
I was
Mhm.
like,
was like,
slow
what?
down.
It's like, wow. Oh, COVID. Couldn't talk there. Has anyone seen them rumours about McLaren and Audi and how McLaren had to
I saw
literally put a
that.
statement out?
Been out, yeah.
Yeah.
That was just
Saying
so.
we have nothing to do with this.
That just shows how powerful that account is. You know, where we always get like the really good rumours. That just shows how powerful that account is.
Literally
Yeah.
everyone was posting about it, and I was just like, "Whoa!"
What is going
Whoa.
on?
I don't
No,
know.
my Facebook was kicking off. I'm part of like the McLaren family fans little Facebook group, and everyone was being dead emotional, like our team has betrayed us, and I was like,
No, they haven't.
Yeah.
what?
So where did you get that from?
Slow down.
Because Ellie, we're in that group chat, aren't we? And there was this one come because it come from a verified account, it's true. And then someone sent in a statement that McLaren put out, and he was like, "Well, it's still true."
And I was like, no, it's not. It's
I was
really
just
not
like,
true.
Are you all right?
Literally, there'd be no reason for McLaren to sell. It's not like they're doing badly, is it?
Exactly,
No.
they're actually doing quite well.
Unless they're offered like a monumental amount of money. Why would
I
they
think
sell?
because the article or whatever what was put out said that that apparently Audi had given an offer and McLaren said no, and then they doubled it, and then that automatically makes McLaren inclined to take it.
Yeah, they don't have to, do they?
No, so it just doesn't really make sense to me. But
Also, does anyone know when we're going to get told about Antonio's seat?
apparently it's
Tuesday.
tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Apparently it's
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
Okay. I think we all know what's happening
It's
because
going to be on you, Joe. I'm prepared for it to be.
have you all seen the how in China they've been putting like posters and stuff up
Yeah.
about him going
Yeah.
there and everything.
Yeah.
So I think it's pretty much confirmed, which I'm a bit sad about.
That'll be
but
to do with his sponsors, won't it? Because
yeah.
China's a very, very big sponsor for Guan Yu Zhou, which is a
To be
Yeah.
fair,
The-
for an driver to be driving for the Italian brand, I can't lie to you. It looks better. Italian driver, Italian brand. Can you imagine if they got a podium in Monza? Say, can you imagine?
It'd be insane.
We saw that with Charles, didn't we? Because Charles has a lot to do with Italy. Because Monaco's like only off the coast from there.
I don't know how I feel about Guan Yu Zhou going there. Like,
I'm
obviously,
not happy with it.
No.
Personally.
because
Oscar
the only
Piastri.
thing is, Oscar Piastri currently leading the championship, can win it. If he wins that, he's got to find something to do in between this. And we all know what happens to F2 drivers that have to take a gap because there's no more seats.
Callum Ilott.
Don't do it.
Nick de Vries and all them lot. And I'm like, this can't happen. I think he may get an F1 seat. Like, I think he's one of them, like, guaranteed ones. But it's just like, why can't it go to someone that's like
Deserves
leading the championship or something like that?
He's a really good driver, to be fair. But
Or he's not consistent. That's the only thing I'm scared about.
yeah,
Is he's not been that consistent through his F2 career, which I don't know. You know what? He might get in an F1 car and absolutely blaze it. But I don't think so.
Judging
Let's be
by
real.
judging by Yuki Tsunoda, it's I think the cons outweigh the pros at the moment
just a little bit.
until it happens.
But then the thing is, then I also almost don't want him to do that to Oscar. Like, I don't want him to bring them on too early, like they did with Yuki, and it not work.
Yeah.
So, I don't know how I feel about this. They should just put Nico Hulkenberg in there, okay? Everything would be so much
We
better.
talked about it last week. I'm still going with that theory.
Yeah. Do you know what? I might join you on that one. I really want to keep with that.
Yeah.
Well,
Fingers crossed.
it'll end up being a field day when it comes to seats next year and the year after, because we'll have, I think Seb retires next year, I think.
Yeah,
Don't say that. That's going to make me cry.
Yeah, that's going to be a massive, that I feel like that'll be bigger than Kimi, Seb, when Seb retires.
All-time world absolute king. Tis the reason I like Formula One.
Yeah.
I was just about to say he's the reason so many people have like become F1 fans. I'm seeing all the TikToks and it's like, who's your current F1 driver? That now who's the new one? It's like,
I did that one and Seb was mine. That's got quite a lot of likes actually. It was
next year the drivers market is going to be like crazy, and it's just going to be madness.
How weird is it going to be when all the old drivers go and it's just going to be all the new ones? It's going to be really sad. Who's going to be all their like little F1 dads, racing dads? Going to have no one.
I think Max, Lando, and Charles will have to step up to that one. Danny Rick will have to as well.
Yeah.
Oh my god,
that would go down.
Yeah, because Fernando only has till like next year, isn't it? Like that's his last season. Well, meant to be his last season. But I don't know.
I just want them to stay until they're like 100. Imagine racing an F1 car on your 100th birthday.
I think the G's would
their
send
neck
their,
would just go.
send their souls.
Yeah, it would like
First corner, arms gone. Body gone.
Oh no!
They just fly out their seatbelt. They'd be gone.
Oh, can you imagine Danny Rick's Grid Kids?
That's what we should. All the F1 drivers have kids, and then all their kids race in F1, and then you've still got the
you've still got the big
old
names
drivers still there. Like
we
need
need,
the family
we need Lewis Hamilton number 2. We need another one. Imagine Lewis Hamilton's kid against Max Verstappen's kid in the next 20 years.
I don't think I can post it again.
The age difference.
We will all get grey hairs from that.
Yeah. we'd have Max as the team principal of Red Bull and Lewis the team principal of Mercedes.
Imagine. Can you imagine? There'd be a new
scenes.
Oh,
I don't even care what he says.
Because can you imagine Max Verstappen with his gives no fuck attitude as a team principal?
It'd be like going to China.
Worse than it is now. We've totally
yeah, I think that would be. Yeah, Seb has to have something to do with Red Bull when he retires. I can't live without it if he doesn't.
Yeah,
Marco.
He wants to be on the German Sky to be like.
I think he'd be such a good presenter. Like, I feel like he'd be such a good one.
Him and Jensen.
Oh, that would be good. That would actually be so
Don't
good.
steal him from us. I want to see him.
You see my wall here? We have
You already got Nico Rosberg. You can keep him.
Yeah.
Keep Vettel.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's so sad thinking about it, how we're not going to have like Seb and Lewis and Fernando and Kimi for much longer.
I know. It's mind-blowing to think about, isn't it?
I just want to know what Fernando's plan is.
Yeah.
He's going to be racing till he's at least 7.
He better come back. I really want him to come back to WBC.
Like as I was saying before, like Kimi, Fernando, Seb, Lewis, like all of them, they're the drivers we've grown up with.
Literally. But it's like Valentino Rossi retiring yesterday. It's like, It's bizarre. It's bizarre to think, literally, MotoGP, the man himself, is it. That's it. Like, it's just weird to think, like, Lewis and all of that lot are not going to be in F1 for forever because it's...
Like next year, there's not going to be a Rossi on the grid. What?
No.
What? There's not going to be on the grid.
That hasn't happened for, like, 26 years. 26 years. Like...
Oh my God, how old is he? Is he like 40?
Yeah, he must... What is he, like, 40?
46.
46.
I think.
Yeah, I think like 45, 46, I'm pretty sure.
46.
Like,
I'd be offended. I'd be offended. He's only 42.
oh,
42.
yeah.
42?
Oh.
But then again, he's
my
not
God.
stopping racing completely though. I'm
Yeah, he's
pretty sure he's going to be coming into Le Mans or something. He's going into car racing,
Oh my
so
God.
he's not.
Do you know what's
Imagine
so
if he just
exciting?
popped off and became an F1 driver.
Yo, what happens if he fills the Alpha seat?
Yeah, tomorrow, Valentino Rossi.
Got twist.
Do you remember when Valentino Rossi went around in Lewis's car and he was like, I should have been an F1
And Lewis
driver instead?
Lewis was on the motorbike.
Literally.
Like,
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
It was
Maybe
so
he's
funny.
tired. God.
Seeing them two together and Lewis in the leathers and Valentino in the suit. It's just like those suits look so stupid compared to the leathers. Like the leathers look sick.
Yeah.
The material.
Oh my God. Has anyone seen the it came out on the 24 Hours of Le Mans page that Verstappen wants to do WEC? No, is it WEC? No, 24 Hours of Le Mans.
Yeah.
that'd be sick.
He was like,
Can you imagine?
because Verstappen's mum's quite good at racing, but like,
Yeah.
could you imagine them again? So like the Verstappens versus the Sainz family versus the Leclerc family. We should get Hamilton in there too, you know, make it spicy.
Just got the whole...
Mm.
Well, the thing is, Kevin Magnussen's doing it with his dad next year. They're doing it in an LMP2, I think. Them two are doing it together. I'm like, oh, that's so sweet.
It is. It's imagine. I want to
Isn't
see it.
Jos Verstappen racing in December somewhere?
Just
I think I read that.
I think I've seen it somewhere.
Yeah.
Yours, this.
Wait, didn't Kevin and his dad race this year in Le Mans as well?
I know Kevin Magnussen did.
Did his dad do it as well?
Returning to racing after more than a decade.
I
At the
can't remember.
24 Hours of Le Mans.
Oh God. Oh God.
Oh wait, no, maybe not. Wait, now 49, Verstappen is looking to dip his toes back into the world of racing and will contest in the Dubai 24 Hours in a GP Elite prepared Porsche GT3.
Oh.
If there's anything up in WEC, if the Master Championship's up, I may have to start a fight. Just saying.
Nothing new then.
I've got a set championship there. I don't need people. I can't wait to see Kevin Magnussen because obviously Peugeot's coming back in. So
Miss
he's
his
going
little
to-
face.
Oh, it's going to be so cute. The new Peugeot hypercar is going to be amazing.
Oh, do you know what I want to see? I want to see Grosjean back in European series.
Good house now, hasn't it?
Who can't wait to see Callum Ilott and Christian Lundgaard in an IndyCar? Oh my God, I cannot wait.
I
for
think I
next
might
year.
need to stay up and watch IndyCar now just for that. I want to see Marcus Ericsson too because that man.
IndyCar is some Star Wars. Like it's so.
I
I love it.
love
Like with the little.
Oh,
NASCAR. It's all right. I don't hate
It's all right.
Don't have a passion for it. IndyCar.
I think NASCAR's the only one I haven't watched.
Yeah, I haven't watched NASCAR either.
IndyCar gives me good energy as well as MotoGP. It makes me feel happy. Formula 1's stressed out. Formula 2, don't even get me started. Formula 3, and then I tell you now.
What
one
about Formula E?
see, I'm not really a massive fan of that. I feel like when you watch it, it just looks a bit slow.
Yeah, and it's a bit
and I'm
like
just sat there like,
They do it in like car parks.
Yeah.
Whoa. Have you seen the racing between these geezers?
Look at
My guys send each other into walls. Do you know? Me with my crew cheese in.
He's trying to back Nick here. I can feel Nick's energy coming through.
No, but
Hey,
to be
Nick.
honest, I get
What's
it. But
happening?
sometimes the noise, bit boring for Formula E.
Ah,
The
I've got to think like
driving,
F1 cars are going to sound like that eventually.
Can we not?
Anymore,
Let's not.
so-
But like the absolute talent in Formula E is insane. Like these guys send each other into walls, they're crashing into the back of each other, they're flipping over each other, and I'm like, what is going on, man?
I've seen all that in Formula One.
Literally, but sometimes it's so fun.
I've seen all that.
Or
For Formula E, the season finale, that was.
where was
something.
the finale?
I tell you what, the best race was when everyone had not timed their battery percentage right, and
Right, is
the
that
only two
Australia?
people, so everyone had run out of like battery power and everything, and the only two people with the two Mercedes were the only people that got the strategy right, and everyone else is like trying to like get back round on the very last lap. Nick's on the freaking podium celebrating, and they're still trying to get round. And it was like,
And then is that when there was that guy running?
yeah,
Yeah.
I think it was. Yeah.
It was
in Valencia.
He was running for a long time.
Valencia, yeah.
I literally rewatched this video and who was it? Oh my god, this is annoying me. I should know.
And then they like drive through the fireworks. Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, that's Singapore. I could name so many races where these things already happened.
I love that in Brazil they were setting off fireworks during the day just for the noise
Yeah.
of them.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, it is.
There's McNish running.
He was sprinting. That's some pace. Poor cameraman. Hello.
Oh, it's so funny, honestly.
They also had the race in Jeddah as well, didn't they? Jeddah.
Yeah.
I can't wait.
Oh,
to
we've
see
got
that.
Jeddah coming up. Where is Jeddah? Is that in Saudi Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that, but oh my god, I was watching Top Gear today, and Kimmy reminded me of what he said about Saudi Arabia. He was like, "Well, the first few corners are good, the rest of it is shit."
Because it's the
They
fastest
have
track, isn't it? And it's
Yeah.
right on the. Do you know what they're doing? Apparently, I've been told. You know, it's on the Red Sea. Apparently, they're putting red lights in the sea to make it actually a Red Sea because it's going to be at night.
That's
That was
sick.
actually quite sick.
Yeah.
That'll be
Imagine the
I was like-
photos.
The blood.
Well, do we think it's getting finished in time?
Yeah,
I think so.
I hope so.
it'll get
I
finished.
saw photos and it
Like
looks
when
great.
Mexico.
Fab.
The only reason why I think it'll get finished is it's because it's one of them countries who has cheap labour that has to get it finished or you won't get paid.
It's like in England, they work for like an hour and then have like 7 pints, and then
And then they go
carry on.
back and everything.
and then they stop
Everything's
again,
just like
and then they're having a cup
slammed.
of tea.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
Yeah,
really
but they work so hard over there.
Okay, so last week's predictions for the Brazilian Grand Prix were Ellie said Haas DNF, did not happen. And then Max on the podium first, Lewis second, Perez third.
Well, I was completely off.
Then we had Arabella, who said Carlos first, Vettel second, and Hamilton third.
That's ambitious.
Yeah,
know.
very adventurous.
Mums are too.
Alonso DNF and McLaren DNF.
McLaren DNF.
All right.
Got that one.
Daniel Ricciardo will thank you for that.
That's right, but yeah.
Well, Ellie said Max Hamrick. Did not happen. And I predicted a crash because it was sprint quali weekend and we had a crash at every sprint quali, but we did not get a crash, but we did get drama.
Yes,
It is.
It's true.
So, predictions for the Qatar Grand Prix? Is that its name?
Yeah, so I don't even know where to start because, like,
I'm gonna
we've never been there.
say Yuki Tsunoda DNF.
Okay.
No, actually, Yuki Tsunoda to cause a collision. That seems like a good one to go for. I'm gonna say Hamilton, Verstappen, Leclerc podium.
I like that a lot.
That's what I'm going for.
Okay.
I'm gonna go for. I don't know. I don't think anyone's gonna DNF. I think everyone's gonna finish.
Okay.
That's also
That one
ambitious.
incident, though, I feel like there'll be a lap one incident with. I'm gonna say Kimi and Fernando. Don't know why. Just why not? And then I think it will be. I'm gonna give Bottas, Max, Lewis.
Okay.
Fair play.
Right. I want to say, because it's quite like it's not like a simple track, but like it's not very, like you've got Spa and it's like crazy.
Yeah.
So I'm like, with Ellie, I don't think there's going to be any DNFs. I feel like someone's going to cause a collision.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go for. Oh, I don't know. Who's likely to cause collision?
Yuki
I
Tsunoda.
want to say Nikita Mazepin, but I feel like that's just a bit.
He's not even
know
been
what,
that
let's
bad
just-
recently.
No, and that's what I'm thinking.
But then you've got
Right,
Yuki
forget
Tsunoda
about it.
that's
Forget
caused on
about
every single race.
Okay, let's say Yuki collision. I think that Lewis will win. Max will very closely come second. And let's go wild and say, I really want Lando to come third. Am I just there to make myself happy?
Okay.
Got it.
Yeah, that's me.
Okay, I'll go next. So I'm getting the vibe of an AlphaTauri DNF. So I'm getting that sort of vibe. And
Harry, I'm looking too positive this week.
I reckon so. I think an AlphaTauri DNF, and I think possibly 2 other cars, maybe a DNF as well. Don't know who.
It is a new
My
track
weight
to be
percent
fair.
isn't giving me that. And I'm gonna say
don't have a
Lewis is
sim,
gonna win.
so they won't be able to practice. Sorry.
Yeah.
Carry on.
And there are
Lewis is gonna win. Then Max. Then I'm gonna say maybe Perez third.
Nice one.
Yes.
Arabella.
I'm gonna go with
Arabella, go on.
No,
What do you
boys.
say? Choose your words. But
Pressure is on.
Max DNF. Go on,
Alpine,
We don't let her do the DNS.
Alpine DNF.
Okay.
I think
Speaking
Stroll
to the
DNF
Lord.
again.
Excuse me, what?
Stroll DNF. Lance
Yeah.
DNF again. I feel like it's going to be. You know what? I'm going to go with Carlos win again.
What is this with me?
Is it with you and Carlos? Okay.
Valtteri second.
Okay.
Vettel second.
Valtteri second.
Oh,
I'm
what?
going to go
Okay.
with Gasly third.
Where's Hamilton in all of this?
Yeah.
They crash first corner. Hamilton, Verstappen, Perez, they all crash first corner.
Right.
I'm
Okay.
gonna write that down for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
In
Oh,
fact, don't write the Perez didn't crash. Only Max and Lewis.
Okay.
But I also think that Vettel got tangled into that as well for some weird reason.
You really like DNFs, don't you?
You know, I just feel like I want a quick race, so I predicted one thing right last week.
My God, I really hope it's not the DNS for Max and Lewis for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind it. DNF than Lewis win, because obviously then Lewis will have an advantage on points. So I'd rather them DNF
Okay.
Yeah, good point.
Okay.
on points.
That is a very good point. And then, oh yeah,
Not that I don't hate Lewis. I just
we just want the new era to kick off with a bang.
Well, I just want Michael Schumacher's wins to stand, so that he's like, the champion. But well, what do I say?
nobody's predicting.
I think a Williams DNF.
Okay.
That's a good one.
I think, well, there will be a safety car after the first corner.
Right.
And
Crash.
well, I'm gonna go with Max, Lewis, and Gasly.
Okay, I like that.
The gas man. I love how the commentators call him the gas man.
Hello.
So funny.
I feel like I'm gonna get hate week after week for my predictions.
Yeah.
I'm posting that on the Instagram. I'm just saying.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, I actually can't wait now to be like
Same.
reminded
like-
next Monday of like the predictions.
Arabella, I'm gonna edit Arabella onto this, and I'm gonna get that picture, and it's like, you get a DNF, you get a DNF.
Oh my god, please, I beg you do that.
You want one? You got one.
Like, I hope we only have like 11 classified finishers. I want I kind of like a last year's race.
Yeah, I want one crazy race. Like
Imola last year, Monza last year, Imola last year. One of them.
Time will tell.
Brazil yesterday, but more
excited.
crazier.
Yeah.
It won't happen. It'll look really good if that's the podium. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I saw a TikTok where
I guess it's Max Bottas, and then I get it right. It's not really that impressive. But if I guess if it's Carlos, I can't remember who I said second, and PS. That was really cool.
I had my
Really?
Lando Christmas tree last year.
Oh, you did as well,
Was-
didn't you?
It is coming out again this year.
I have
Such
a
Lando.
Lando Christmas tree.
Yeah, I photoshopped Lando on an angel, and he was on the top, and then all the baubles had Lando's faces with Christmas hats all over them, and it was in the
Oh my
kitchen. for the whole
god,
of
that's
Christmas.
so good.
Don't give me ideas. I have my very own.
My mum was like,
first
"Is that
Christmas
tree coming
this
out
year."
again?" And I was like,
Yeah.
yeah, it's coming out again, Kendall.
Of course, it's coming out again.
Of course.
I might have to do. I might have to. See, if I put Max on the top of my Christmas tree, my dad would probably kick it off.
Yeah, he'll probably like decapitate it.
I'm not even joking. The angel we've had it for years. It's got a massive dent in its face. We just have like this dented angel on top of the tree. Now.
Love.
My dad
Really
really
put
does
on it.
out of Lewis and Max. He's really not fussy out of Lewis and Max. I tell you now, you say one bad thing about Lando, you're out.
I think me and your dad should be very good.
Lando,
Oh,
you're out. You say one bad thing about Lando, that's it. Good luck coming back to my house.
My dad goes, oh, I don't care who wins the championship this year. Every single time F1 is on, oh, get in there, Lewis. Go, Lewis. Go, Lewis. Go, Lewis. And it's, yeah, I don't care who wins the championship.
it's
And then
like-
he'll be there and he's like so for Lewis. And I'm like, Dad, change beats a little bit, darling.
Anna,
Oh dear.
maybe
Bless.
I'll put Carlos on there.
Can we have Charles on there?
Yeah, I'll put Charles on a barbell.
By a red.
I think I have a sticker that could. Oh my god! I'm gonna ask. You know, you can like get baubles like made for you
Mm-hmm.
from that video that Carlos and Lando did ages ago, where Carlos was dressed up as a Christmas tree.
Christmas
I think I
tree.
might
You
get
need
that
that
on
on
a
a
barbell.
ball. That would be amazing.
I'm gonna get that. On.
Mariah Carey.
I'm seeing if you can buy neat red
Maria
Christmas.
Carey.
This one.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know what's really sad? I only know how to ride Volvo because of this freaking quadrant video.
Wow. Wow.
Oh, I know which one you mean.
What, the one where
Imagine playing Scribblio dyslexic.
Yeah, what,
Present.
Oh my
I love
god.
it. Present.
what could that know? Right, it was like presents or something. I can't remember. Thanks for watching this episode of Behind Track Limits. We'll be back again next week for the review of the Qatar Grand Prix.
See you later.
Bring the